All right, A plusers, nerd mixers. Yo, let's get right to it. Let's go ahead and just not beat around the bush. Let's get right into She-Hulk episode 3, The People versus Emil Blomsky. This episode was interesting. I love the way that they laid it out. This is the first episode I felt that was really like an episode. And it actually juggled two different storylines. They had an A storyline and a B storyline. They had the A storyline of what Jin was trying to do in order to get Emil Blonsky off the abomination, and the view that people had, you know what I'm saying, of a superpowered woman trying to get this fiendishly evil person, you know what I'm saying, out of jail. The funny thing that I thought was really interesting in the story, if you pay attention, the person who put the abomination in jail, last name is Wilson. If you go look up that first name, you find out that in the comics, that's Sam Wilson's brother, which is interesting to me because there was no mention of a brother in the Captain America and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you know what I'm saying, series. You met his sister, you met his nephews and all that, but you never met a brother. So I wonder if this is going to have something to do to tie right back into what else is going on in the MCU to make She-Hulk a little bit more prominent at the way they're introducing different characters, just, you know what I'm saying, on the slide. So that was interesting to me. The timeline thing with what was going on, that the breakout and stuff like that, that it happened was prior to what happened in She-Hulk. So it wasn't this is a different universe, everything, when everybody's confused about that. I kind of thought that was something that happened, either something that happened at the same time, you know what I'm saying, that She-Hulk was going on, or it was something that happened before and somebody had the footage and the footage had leaked. I want to know who leaked that footage to start off with. I want to know how they got a hold of it, and I want to know, I thought that Wong would be like working with the government or something like that, or working with, you know what I'm saying, damage control in order to get the abomination out when it comes to trying to save the world with something. But nah, he broke the abomination out of jail, and then, you know what I'm saying, even offered him like to come back and be free and stuff like that. But Emil opted to go back to jail in order to finish serving out his sentence, because he's not really a bad person. Like he said, I'm really starting to feel like the story that he gave about being a weapon for the government and not really being a bad person is 110% real. That it's not just BS that he's putting on in order to be able to get out of jail early. So that's cool. The story really juggled about Jin trying to overcome all the obstacles she had coming, you know what I'm saying, in this case, being able to find Wong. By the way, having a Wong cameo and a Blonsky cameo and Megan Thee Stallion cameo. They spent a lot of money in this episode. And one of the things that I liked before the episode even really got running was, you know, Jin breaking the fourth wall, looking at us and was like, this isn't going to be a cameo every week, you know what I'm saying, type of thing. We know who the story is about, you know, and except for Wong, except for Bruce, except for, you know what I'm saying, Blonsky, like knowing that we're probably saying that she doesn't want it to be like they're not going to take my shine, but it actually being dang near a cameo, you know what I'm saying, every week. We'll get into that Meg Thee Stallion stuff, because the end credit scene really kind of made me cringe. But I'm kind of happy that when the reports came out that Meg Thee Stallion was going to have a part in the MCU, that it's not like her being an Avenger and fighting Thanos. That it was literally Meg Thee Stallion playing Meg Thee Stallion, you know what I'm saying, in She-Hulk. So I appreciate them not trying to force feed her as an Avenger or X-Men or something like that down our throats, because I was really worried about that. But to get to the Meg Thee Stallion stuff before we get back to the Jin stuff, there was an Asgardian elf, I think a high elf, shapeshifting elf, that one of the lawyers that or something that Jin and them used to work with, real douchebag, thought like really high himself, like he was God gifts to women, was being catfished by the elf. And she was posing as Meg Thee Stallion in order to get money from him. He spent like $170,000 on her and came to the law firm that Jin's working at to sue her in order to get her money back. So that ensued to hilarity and everything like that. So that was really cool. I really, really dug, you know what I'm saying, that whole part, because in the stuff that felt like it was jumbled around, what was going on with the Blonsky stuff, this really made it feel like a kind of like a courtroom comedy drama and what was going on. It really made it feel like it was a comic book. You know what I'm saying? Like that character, they didn't bring in some like known character from the comics or something like that. At least I don't know of this character from the comics. It felt like that could have been, you know what I'm saying, panels that were going on inside the comic to break up monotony and what was going on with the main story and what was happening. So I was really, really entertained by that. The lady who played the elf was freaking hilarious, turning into the judge. She got like, I think 60 days in jail for impersonating the judge and lost the case and has to pay him $170, you know, $170,000. But helping the bad guy that's a douche and none of us like, helping him win the case because he was really being done wrong, but it was probably karma from everything, from the way he holds himself and stuff like that, was very interesting to me, because they used Jen's description on how she really felt about him to make him look like he was dumb enough to actually fall for that type of gag anyway, you know? So that was funny to me. And Meg Thee Stallion was in the courtroom the whole time the thing was going on. And I'm going to get into the end credit scene right now, because it's Meg Thee Stallion being signed as one of She-Hulk's clients, and then they start playing one of Meg's songs, and her and She-Hulk are twerking. I don't know how I felt about that. I didn't see that. I know they're going for like comic hilarity or something like that, but to me that was just cringeworthy. And I didn't like it at all, and it just rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't dig that. Not at all. It was okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't needed. But to get back to the Emil Blomsky stuff, he's fighting against breaking out and causing havoc and stuff like that. He seems like an ideal, you know what I'm saying, inmate. All the people that are in jail with him, that worked with him, have rave reviews for him. He's like the model person to be put back out. But it's this breaking out, doing whatever he did in this underground fight thing, and then coming back, which we saw him doing Shang-Chi, that really needs to be explained. So Jen sits down with Wong. They find Wong. Jen sits down with Wong. The hilarity that ensues when he says, "I'm not gonna make people forget anybody." You know what I'm saying? Ever again, of like, we can use magic as a backup. But Jen's like, "No, I just wanna you come in and tell what we did, and everything will be all right." So I was really digging that, and then him being late and then like portaling in, giving his side of the story, and then them coming up with the idea of telling him he can't turn into the abomination anymore, having an inhibitor put on him, and then him being able to go live with his 7 or 8 soulmates, you know what I'm saying, on that plot of land that they got. And then the artwork afterwards that shows him like ditching his soulmates and then running off was pretty cool. The CGI is still a little bit off, especially like the walking parts when they're like walking and talking, but that really doesn't bother me as a TV show. You know what I'm saying? They kind of just feel like they're just taking a movie, cutting it into parts with like a third or half the budget, and you know what I'm saying, and they're making episodes out of it. But the episodes are entertaining. This is probably the most entertained I've been. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm watching She-Hulk with no expectations of it leading anywhere. If it does connect to something, it's cool. But I'm not like hunting for, oh my God, this is the connection to this and this is why this happened. I'm actually able to just sit down and enjoy a show. You know, so episode 3 was really dope. I like the fact that it was 2 different court settings, and that it had to do with, you know what I'm saying, her being a lawyer, and her friend, and even her friends are trying to tell you, if the world has a look of you, why don't you come tell your side of the story, and her not wanting to go on TV shows, and because she's like, they always twist stuff and stuff anyway, and then them asking, her actually breaking down and going on the show trying to clear everything up, and like, yeah, how did you come up with She-Hulk? And them telling her like somebody named it and it just stuck, and then her wanting to tell a side of the story, and then like they cut the break and came back. She-Hulk tells us how she gets in shape, and what she's in, like her not being able to get her real side of the story out on, you know what I'm saying, on what goes on and all the rumors and stuff that are started, and the fact that I really like the fact it's entertaining to me, and it puts a real world aspect on what's going on. Like when they're talking about we don't want a female Hulk, female superheroes being forced down our throats, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, because it goes back to the whole Captain Marvel thing and what people were really saying, how they felt about Captain Marvel and what was going on. So I like the fact that they're taking what's going on in the real world and applying it to this character in order to show you how stupid some people look when they're coming with those type of I guess ideals, you know what I'm saying, whatever's going on. So you guys let me know what you thought about this episode of She-Hulk. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was entertaining to me, except for the end credit scene. The end credit scene, they could have kept that. Put it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys see it up there at A+ Opinions. You know what I'm saying? And A+ Hero put on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, share. Doing big things. You can follow me at Nerd Mix Alpha everywhere, guys. And until next time, hey, I'm digging She-Hulk so far. I'll let you guys later. Keep it A+. AD out.